Yeah, just check this. After done this. Yeah.
You put names.
Yeah, there's names. And they speak from here. Then it's just for receiving. Okay. Because they've set up here.
Stevie, what's up?
Where's the one? Yeah, where's the one?
Colin.
Oh, see. Oh, yeah, look, wait. Yeah. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, Honorable MEC and Executive Mayor, colleagues present here, welcome. I have been asked to run the program. My name is Mkhuleko Hlengwa. I come from the RTIA, and I've been asked to run this program on behalf of Mr. Hlabisa, who has been delegated other duties at the moment. I request as we start that we acknowledge the following persons that are present here, and as other dignitaries come, we will be informed and will acknowledge them as well. Among us, we have the Honorable Minister of Transport, Ms. Creecy, and we also have the MEC for Community Safety, Security and Liaison, Honorable we will be introducing them as they come. Maybe let us just indicate that they are present here, because my list is up and down. And we do have the Executive Mayor of the municipality that is here. And we also have among us Mr. Creecy. I've mentioned him. He's running around at the moment, and he will be joining us pretty soon. We do have the board member of the C-BRTA, Mr. Andile, who is present among us here as well, standing in also for the chairperson of the board and the entire board of C-BRTA. The CEO of C-BRTA is standing on my left. We do have transport entities that I've mentioned. I'm standing in for RTIA. There's also RTMC. There's the Border Management Agency. There's BRTA is present here. We've got the police, and we've got other agencies that are present as well. We do have the President of IC-BRTA, Mr. Gaspar Lumbela, who is also with us here. And we do have members of the media, we have got yourselves, and I do acknowledge executives from the different entities. Almost forgot my sister here, the HOD for Community Safety, Security and Liaison. I do acknowledge your presence, Madam Ms. Mazibuko. These are some of the dignitaries that are present here, colleagues. Others, as I've indicated, as soon as I'm given an indication, we will introduce them accordingly. Without wasting a lot of time, I would like to call upon the Honorable Executive Mayor to ascend to the stage so that she can welcome us accordingly. Ms. Mkhuleko. Let us please clap hands, please.
Can I take this opportunity to greet the Honourable Minister, Barbara Creecy, the Honourable MC, KJ Masia. I'm honoured guests, distinguished partners, community leaders, road safety advocates, and all our valued attendees. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this vital road safety program. Today we gather to take meaningful steps towards safeguarding the lives of our community members. Road safety is a shared responsibility, one that affects everyone of us, from the pedestrian, the cyclist, the motorist, and passengers. Every life matters, and every action we take towards a safer road is a step towards protecting our families, our friends, and our future generation. This is not something that government can achieve alone. It requires the involvement and cooperation of all stakeholders, from law enforcement to schools, businesses, parents, and of course every road user. Today's program is a call to action. It is a chance for us to reflect on how we can improve road infrastructure, strengthen traffic laws, and promote public awareness. But more than that, it is a reminder that road safety begins with each one of us. Whether it's fastening a seatbelt, driving within the speed limit, or simply paying attention while crossing the road, small action can save lives. I want to take a moment to acknowledge and thank all those who have made this event possible. Your dedication to this cause is inspiring. Sabotage. And I believe that together we can create a culture of responsible road use in our communities. To our speakers and presenters, we look forward to hearing you. Thank you very much. To our speakers and presenters who are looking forward to hearing your insights, experience, and practical solutions for the road safety and challenges we face. Your expertise will guide us towards effective strategies and action. As we move forward with today's program, I encourage each one of you to actively participate, share your thoughts, and take the lesson learned here back to your homes and workplace, even your neighborhoods. Road safety is not a one-day event. It is a daily practice. On behalf of Nkomazi Local Municipality, I officially welcome you to this important gathering. May it be a fruitful engagement and transformative experience for all of us together. Let us commit to safer roads, safer communities, and safer future. Ngiyabonga.
Mkhuleko siyabonga. Ngiyesaba ukunanathela ngobe khona lokungakhulumeki emphakathini. we would like to thank the Honorable Mayor for welcoming us in this area. Well, of course, I do know that you would want us to take off the jackets so that we are relaxed in this part of the world. Having said that, given the time constraints and limitations, I would like to again quickly call upon the CEO, Mr. Mboi, to come and explain to us the purpose of this event. Mr. Mboi, sir.
Thank you very much, CEO. Minister, he's intimidating that I must speak for only 2 minutes. Thank you very much. Colleagues, good morning. I do send my greetings to the Honorable Minister of Transport, Ms. Barbara Creecy, the Honorable Safety MEC, and our Honorable Executive Mayor, and all of you colleagues that are gathered here. Really, all protocols observed. I'm extending on existing protocol. The Cross-Border Road Transport Agency is an entity of the Department of Transport. It's one of those entities that are reporting to the Minister of Transport. We are here in the company of other entities of the Department of Transport, the Road Traffic Management Corporation, the Road Traffic Infringement Agency, SANRAL, and PRASA, and other colleagues, and the Road Accident Fund is also here. All our colleagues are here in their numbers. The purpose of today, very briefly, the Minister, as part of her oversight functions, is here to oversee the work that we do in this part of the world, but also appraise herself of some of the challenges that are existing in this area and some of the challenges that have been pertinent in this part of the border area that we are working in. As we know, we have been facing a number of challenges that we have been reporting to national government, and the Minister is here to oversee as part of her oversight work to see some of those challenges that we are experiencing here. It is a big day for all of us because we are hosting her also as part of our road safety campaign, as it is December and our festive season has begun. She did launch the festive season campaign a few weeks ago, and it's also part of the road safety campaign that is here. We do run a campaign called Cross Alive, as the Cross-Border Road Transport Agency is working with RTMC and other colleagues, and therefore road safety is one of our key priorities to make sure that we are having responsible drivers on our road, and we keep the road safety as one of the top priorities of our department, as it is the priority of our principals. So that's the twofold purpose of this event today. She had requested we come through here so that we arrange this day for her to be to make sure that she's part of us, and she makes sure that she joins us in appreciating some of the challenges that we experience here, and therefore maybe take some of the reports back to national government, as this is her portfolio. Program Director, thank you very much. That is the purpose of the day.
Thank you, Ntate Mboye, for giving us the purpose and also program directing a little bit by acknowledging some of the guests that are here. That is well appreciated. We are now coming, ladies and gentlemen, to the part where we would get a message of support from the ICBTO. Representing them is the President, Mr. Lumbela. Please come up and let us give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks very much, Chairperson, Program Director. Allow me to greet the Minister of Transport, the Mayor, my CEO of Cross-Border, and the other CEO present here, the chairpersons, and all the dignitaries. The Cross-Border, as a transporters, who work hand in hand with the Department of Transport, of which we have been given an agency that will try to solve all the conflicts around safety and all the issues pertaining to the Act of Cross-Border. That is why we are controlling all those 6 corridors around the country of South Africa. But I won't forget to mention issues of challenge of this year. Last year I was here, Minister, because I was invited so that we can have a meeting, because I've got a lot of challenges that emanate from that side, from Mozambique. Everybody knows that. We are operating by chances. Sometimes borders closed, sometimes the border is opened. But we had a discussion with BMA so that we must calm and control. Already the taxi industry is around here so that we can deviate the car from one position to another. So that is what actually the ICPTO is in. If my CEO has been given 2 minutes, that means I must take 1 minute. Thanks very much, Honorable Minister.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lubela. You know, because of the heat, we do not want to subject the minister to this kind of weather. And I've taken an oath, Honorable Minister, that until you wipe your face, I won't do so myself as well. Just as a sign of supporting you under these stressful conditions. Let us now welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Member of the Executive Council of Mpumalanga, who is responsible for Community Safety, Security and Liaison, as I've indicated earlier, Honorable Jackie Masia, who's going to take to the podium and make a few remarks, and thereafter introduce the Minister.
Thank you very much, Program Director, to the Minister of Transport, Ms. Papa Creecy, Executive Mayor of Nkomazi Municipality, Councillor Pindile Makagula, MMC for Community Service, Nkomazi Municipality, Deputy Director General, Mr. Chris Labisa, HOD for Community Safety, Security and Liaison, from Mpumalanga, Ms. Gloria Mazibugo, CEO Mr. Lwazimboi, and other CEOs of transport entities present here. You are acknowledged. The President, Mr. Caspar Lumbela, Executive present, members of the media, the leadership or the senior management of SARS, South African Revenue, present here, BNA management, the border management, present here. You are recognized and highly appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, my task is to say a few words and usher in the Minister to give us her message to the people of Mpumalanga and the people of South Africa at large. Minister, our readiness in terms of the safety campaign for this festive season and beyond, as a province, we deploy our traffic law enforcement throughout the province. 748 personnel are in place and 317 vehicles are ready to execute the task at hand. And for road trenches, out for 370 kilometers from Bongo Strait. The department deploy 114 traffic for N4, 60 vehicles, and also 24-hour day and night flexi shift. They are in operation in terms of making sure that indeed we are ready for the safer season. 48-hour personnel specifically for Komati Port and Lebombo Border Post here. We appreciate, Minister, that you also augment what we have in terms of the personnel from nationally. We are excited with that, and also the road traffic officers from nationally, they are also here. We appreciate that. It means we are ready, all of us, because our intention is to make sure that we deliver a safe season for our people here in the province and South Africa. We have a situation, as all of us we know, that the situation that we are having is a quagmire that we are not often in control of it. We are being controlled what is happening on the other side of the border. If they can say close, we are going to close. If we can say open, we are going to... that is the situation. So unfortunately, on our side, we cannot do anything. We will wait up until such time we are guided. But what we can say as the department, we urge our people, because we know that some of them, they have arranged their holiday during this time, going to Mozambique to explore the beach and other attractive destinations around in Mozambique. So we are urging to our community in Mpumalanga and beyond, in the whole country, that for now, let them stop until the situation is back to normal. We cannot guarantee the safety of our people. It will be tantamount to be a reckless government when we open the border, yet we see and understand that the situation on that side is not of that good condition, or the environment is not conducive for them to go that side. This is my message from the department. Allow me to usher into the podium the former MEC of Gauteng, former Minister of the Department of Fisheries, our stalwart, the NEC member of the ANC, the Minister of Transport, Ms. Papa Creecy, to talk to you. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Allow me to thank and acknowledge the Honourable Jackie Masi, our MEC for Community Safety here in Mpumalanga. Let me also acknowledge the Executive Mayor of Nkomazi, Councillor Pindile Magagula, and the MMC for Community Services, Councillor Pindile Lupoko, and other councillors present here today. The Head of Department of Community Safety in Mpumalanga, Ms. G.S. Maziboko, the CEO of C-BRTA, Mr. Lwazi Mboi, and board members from C-BRTA and other entities present here today. Let me also acknowledge the Cross-Border Transport Organization, Mr. Gasper Lumbela. Thank you for joining us, sir, and for your support of our programs. Members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I thought it was important that we focus on two issues. The first is the question of road safety, and the second is the situation that we are seeing here at the Komati border. I would like to start today by expressing my condolences to the families of the 10 people who passed away in the horrific road accident that took place in the early hours of yesterday morning, where unfortunately 10 members lost their lives. When myself and the Deputy Minister launched the festive season road safety campaign a week ago, we said that road accidents have a negative impact on our country. But more importantly, road crashes and deaths have a very devastating impact on families and on communities. In addition, and I think that we can never emphasize this enough, last year, road crashes cost our economy 3% of our GDP, an enormous sum of 250 billion rand. Now, according to the most recent data that has been collected by the Road Traffic Management Corporation, and I want to say that these figures are for the first 5 days of December, there have been already 162 fatal accidents with 193 deaths occurring. To date, Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal have the highest number of accidents and fatalities, with a concentration of these accidents in the main metros in those provinces. While the current figure represents a slight decrease from last year, we can all agree that this figure is shockingly high. Preliminary analysis of the figures indicates that a high number of buses and trucks have been involved in these accidents, and that most of the fatalities continue to occur after dark. To rectify the situation and to try and take further preemptive steps, the Deputy Minister was in urgent meetings yesterday with the Trucking Association, and he plans to meet the bus operators later this week. There will also be important meetings that will take place with officials in the relevant provinces and metros where we are seeing this high accident rate. Road traffic operations in the first 5 days of December have stopped 200,000 vehicles and effected 512 arrests. What I can share with you today is that the top 5 offences include speeding, driving without a seatbelt, driving an unlicensed vehicle, driving without a driving license, and I think very worryingly, driving with worn tires. Mpumalanga has accounted for the highest number of impounded vehicles, with 267 vehicles being taken off the road by my colleague and his excellent forces over the last couple of days. Government is working hard to increase traffic patrolling and law enforcement operations, but government alone cannot get the death toll down. It is for this reason that I want to repeat our key messages to the public over this festive season on behalf of South Africa. The first message is, before you embark on a journey, check your vehicle. Worn tires can result in a blowout when you are traveling at speed, and a blowout can result in all occupants of the car losing their lives, not to mention terrible consequences for anybody coming towards you when that blowout happens. You cannot drive without a driving license. So if you don't have a driving license, stay off the road. But those of you who have driving licenses and who have public driving permits, make sure you are carrying valid permits. We have roadblocks all over the country, and if we find you behind the wheel without the relevant permission, you are going to be arrested. If you are a pedestrian, and I'm very sad to say that almost half, once again, of the fatalities we're seeing are of pedestrians. And I want to say to pedestrians, please, when you walk at night, put on a piece of white clothing. The headlights of the vehicle will pick up a white t-shirt or a white shirt. If you are wearing black or navy blue clothes, the vehicle will not be able to see you. And please, I want to ask that if you are walking, remember that by the time a vehicle sees you, it is too late. It will not be able to slow down in time. Please don't walk down the center of the road at night. Fatigue is a silent killer. We are still looking at the causes of the terrible accidents that we've had in the last couple of days, but I'm sure that some of those accidents happened because the driver fell asleep behind the wheel. Please take a break every 2 hours or every 200 kilometers. Wear your seatbelt. If there is an accident, you stand a much higher chance of surviving the accident if you're wearing your seatbelt. Don't overtake on a barrier line. When I was coming here this morning, there was a truck on the wrong side of the barrier line, overtaking. Please travel during the day. You're on holiday. Travel during the day. It's much, much safer. If you are planning to party, please do not drink and drive. Please do not walk and drink. Stay overnight. Appoint a designated driver who is not going to drink or use public transport. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today we are here at the Lebombo Border Post to receive first-hand information on the work that is being done with regard to the crossing of trucks into Mozambique. Since 8 o'clock yesterday morning, we have received reports of the closure on the Mozambican side of the border, and the consequence, as no doubt you have seen when you were on your way here, is that we have almost a 20-kilometer queue of trucks at this border post. The Mozambican authorities this morning opened the border post to allow empty trucks and also passenger vehicles to cross back into South Africa, but there has been no crossing of freight vehicles from the South African side since early yesterday morning. To address this challenge, my department is working with the Cross-Border Road Transport Agency and other law enforcement agencies to develop a plan to address this very dire situation. Last night, there were important meetings taking place with the trade associations to request that those who have not yet sent trucks to the border delay sending trucks here. And this is really a plea I would want to make to those who are engaged in mining. Please delay the trucks at your mining operations. There are places in the road behind us where the trucks are queuing 3 deep, and as I say, this queue is 20 kilometers. The situation for the drivers here is inhuman. There are no ablution facilities along the side of the road. There is no water, and there is no food. We've asked the trade associations to come here this morning and deliver water to their drivers, and we have seen some deliveries taking place. There is also a parking area with other facilities at what is known as kilometer 7, and where possible we are trying to divert trucks there because there are ablution facilities, and there are also places where drivers can purchase food and water at that particular situation. Our country's border management authorities are in touch with their Mozambican counterparts, who will advise us when it is safe and when we will be able to open this border once again. Let me say to you, ladies and gentlemen, that this border now carries the highest amount of freight in the country, with Lebombo Post and Beitbridge now coming in as second and third. So it's a very crucial exit destination, particularly for coal and chrome, as well as other products that are going out through the port of Maputo. So clearly, the current situation where trucks are not able to cross does have economic implications both for our country and also, one would assume, for the port of Maputo. This situation has happened on a number of occasions in recent times, and we are pleading for patience as we await news of when the border will once again be opened. Thank you very much.
Let's give the Minister and the MEC another round of applause.
Thank you.
Minister, I always learn from people who speak ahead of me. One great speaker once said, the people who are living close eyes of those who are dying, and those who are dying must open the eyes of those who are living. We cannot afford to repeat whatever it is that has caused people to die before, in thousands and in millions. And I think that the Minister has correctly pointed out to those errors. And some of these errors have been some of the causes that have caused the economy, the amounts that the Minister has mentioned, some of the reasons that have caused us a lot of deaths in our families, the breadwinners and all of that. Let those be lessons to us, and by so saying, let those who are dying before us open our eyes to this reality. We have come to the end of this part of the program, ladies and gentlemen. I have tried to keep to the time limits that have been given, and from now on I've been directed to indicate to you that what would happen is that there will be one-on-one sessions between those who have been arranged in the media with the Minister and the officials that are seated on this side of the table, and soon thereafter there will be the next leg of the program that would not be under my guardianship. Having said all of this, I would like to thank you for being such good people, listeners, and all of that. Apologize for whatever it is that may have not gone as correctly as it should have been.
Ngubani le ifoni ngasikhathi? Siyafuna ke wena bese bayiwutha.
So what's the thing about? What's the question?
What's going on?
hard.
Minister, this is just
Yeah.
for us, so it's a summary. Okay, good and
Today we are here at the Lebombo Border Post, where we have found that there is a 20-kilometer long queue of trucks. The Lebombo Border Post is now the most to the border. We don't have an indication from our counterparts on the Mozambican side when this border is likely to be opened again. There was a short window this morning when the Mozambican authorities allowed empty trucks and passenger vehicles to leave Mozambique, but there hasn't been any movement into Mozambique from our side of the border since Saturday morning. Obviously, the conditions for drivers here of these trucks are really inhumane conditions. It's incredibly hot. There are no ablutions along the side of the road. There's no food. There's no water. I'm happy to say that we did see some water distribution from the trade associations to their members this morning. But really, it's very, very important if we can delay further vehicles coming here for the time being. One is also concerned at this time, and we will later on today be having a road safety operation on the N4. At this time of year, we are already seeing an average of 40 deaths a day taking place on our road network. Many of these deaths are taking place in the early hours of the morning. And although the causes of crashes will be fully investigated, we suspect that driver fatigue plays a role. Of course, we're also very, very concerned about speeding and about passengers that are not wearing their seatbelts. You know, government can put up roadblocks, we can patrol roads, but if drivers and passengers, and of course pedestrians themselves, don't change behavior, we can't get the road death toll down on our own. So we're really appealing to drivers, to passengers, and to pedestrians to obey the rules of the road this season, to make sure that vehicles are roadworthy. You know, we've had more than 2,500 vehicles that have been found in our roadblocks over the last 7 days to be having worn tires. Worn tires are extremely dangerous on the roads, particularly when vehicles are moving at speed, because a blowout can take place, and there's a very, very high chance when a blowout takes place at speed that there will be fatalities in that situation. So we're really appealing to drivers: check your vehicle before you leave. Make sure that you fix things that need to be fixed. Carry your license, carry your public driving permit, buckle up. To pedestrians, we're saying please wear something white when you are walking on the road. It's not possible for vehicle headlights to pick you up if you're wearing very dark clothing, and this is resulting in to make sure that you and your loved ones arrive alive this festive season. Thank you.
another one.
take them from there. You see? They're getting none from there. Speaker, let us speak.
A speaker. Sesifigela. Ikwaito sayibuyisa. Unteke isithombe shela. Ntasikuma rena isithombe lexi xa mina fa. Oh, ako right. Ntakuma wena. Anu khomele ti software ta kahle njhani? Mara wa npoyile.
Tameke.
Hey, Tameke.
Hayi mina ngizi lapho wayengiza lapho. Yena mina ngisu-minister, mina ngunezi kodwa angisafuni.
Oh, what is the camera that?
Eh?
I think I born.
Sabatla shoot.
You can see what's happening here.
Uthathola ndi speak.
Again, Tato.
Ke switchule on.
Tato buang
Hey, tada. I go tap on. Hold on. Well, you were able to. Hey, come this side. Can I wanted to.
Is it thing working?
Yes.
Oh, yes,
yes, I wanted to bring them the speaker. Baba, let us speak. Yes, it's working. No, it's a range, yeah.
Who am I going to ask permission from?
From General.
You're going to be a commission?
Yes. But they starting here now. It's working.
Yes.
No, General. I don't want to get it.
So if
Oh, myself, I'm not going to use it. It's going to be maybe.
So,
myself, just come and
ask General Bana to hand over.
all right. General Bana.
Hello, ma'am. How are you? Very good, thank you.
This is just when I introduce the parade. No, it's not.
I can't do this.
Good morning, Minister. In the parade, we have BMA, National Traffic, as well as Cross-Border Road Transport Agency. The Minister may proceed to address them. Pardon.
Thank you very much, and good morning to all of you. Allow me to acknowledge my counterpart, the MEC for Safety in Mpumalanga. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to keep you too long in this very hot sun, but I do want to thank you in advance for the important work that you are going to be doing over this festive season. Clearly, right now, we have a very difficult situation on our hands with the border once again being closed and with this very long queue of 20 kilometers of trucks that are waiting to cross. Clearly, one of the issues that we need to be focusing on at the moment is to make sure that there shouldn't be criminal activities taking place in the queue. I think conditions for the drivers are difficult, but we have also last night had meetings with their associations to try and stop further vehicles from piling up here until such time as we know whether or not our Mozambican counterparts are going to be opening the border. The other issue that I would just want to talk about is the important issue of road safety. And I know that Mpumalanga at the moment has been doing extremely well, MEC, in terms of taking unroadworthy and unlicensed vehicles off the road. And I'm told that so far you've taken almost 267 vehicles off the road. So I'm very excited that you have a large force out on the roads. Our national traffic officers are joining you. We are trying to assist to make sure that there is patrolling at night, because one of the things we all know is that if we don't patrol at night, that is when the majority of accidents occur. The one issue I want to raise before I conclude is the cold drink issue. One of the things we all know is that a lot of people get away with bad practices because they offer things to us when we are on duty. So when we launched the road safety campaign, we said with the Deputy Minister, we're going to try and make this a cold drink-free festive season. So if anybody offers you a cold drink, I think you have arresting powers. You should use them. And we want to say to you that I'm not sure what the situation is on your side. MEC, I heard you say that you're working on the overtime issue. We are National Traffic, we're working on the overtime issue so that you should be adequately compensated for your hard work. And we hope that that will be incentive enough to make this a cold drink-free festive season. Colleagues, let me wish you everything of the best, and let me join you in hoping that it won't be too long before this border opens and we can clear this congestion, because I know that once it does open, your job is going to be very, very difficult. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm with you.
What must I do with this parcel?
give it to
Colin. Colin.
Yes, they're going to talk.
Yeah, what is the term now? I'm worried about that.
Minister, what we have in the port, we have what we call the Port Management Committee, which is the all players that are.
Do you want to?
Who is the
Spencer?
Oh.
So let the speaker. Those are the speaker up.
Good morning, Minister and colleagues. My name is David Chalembe. I'm the Deputy Commissioner responsible for operations at the Border Management Authority. Minister, we are now going to go through the walkabout. But first, I wanted to introduce the Port Management Committee because currently, while the BMA is strategically taking over, we still have government departments that are in the space. And this port is also affected by the corridor. So whatever that we do here, it's, we need to deal with the issue of the corridor in order for effective movement. They might have briefed the minister about the issues of Kilometer 7. We will take minister there at that Kilometer 7. What we wanted to do, Minister, we wanted to move the border towards that space because this is one of the borders that has been identified for a one-stop border post. So that process is unfolding. However, we have now currently worked with a track, which is the concessionaire for the N4, where they are coming up with an immediate solution, whereby, as we have seen all the trucks that are on the road, we wanted to take them out of the road into that Kilometer 7. But we've been having a little bit of challenges because it was looked as an unsolicited bid. We have gone to Treasury. Treasury has given us now the way forward, that we can give track the permission to construct that area. So basically what we wanted to do, we want to move the trucks out of the road in order to deal with the issues of the people who are complaining, the Komati Port community, because people can't access their areas because of the issues of the trucks. However, Minister, what we'll do now is that, can you come forward, the PMC? This is the from BMA, the acting commander. Then we have from Customs. They are also here. Where's the police? And also the police are here. So and the South African Defence. Mostly inside the port, the defence are outside the port with some of the BMA officials. We'll then take you through, Minister, move through the port, show you how we work, and then from there we'll take you to the Kilometer 7. I'll hand over to the port manager.
Because the minister, I will prefer you to preside over that. Yeah, because to balance.
No, it's fine. Thank you. Thank you, Commander. Explain then, I'll explain that at the side.
Yeah, the way we normally do. Yeah, but she's the female, so I want to give her that. If it's the male, don't worry.
Fence, the exit is on the other side. The process that we do, we have immigration, which is part of the BMA, where people then we have to where character and contact. Yes, we'll check whether the old we are always saying from the South African side, we just suspend based on when they talk to us. communication. That's why the port